On this video, I'm gonna be reviewing the latest version of the Rolex Sky-Dweleller. That is the yellow gold on Jubilee. So here's one of the latest releases of this year, and it's the yellow gold on Jubilee. And the crazy part about this is that it was really just very predictable. Anybody could predict it that they were just gonna grab a proven model and slap a Jubilee bracelet on it. I, for one, did not even plan that or even guess that as my predictions for the 2024 releases. But when I saw it, I thought, oh yeah, that's an easy play. They did it with the GMT and it worked out so well. And let me tell you that now that I see the watch in my hand, I love it. You see, there's something about the Jubilee bracelet that when you put it on stainless steel, although I do think it's nice and I still do love it, I prefer the Jubilee bracelet in gold, and specifically rose or yellow. Now, something about this bracelet that when it has that color, it just looks completely different. I don't know if it just gets a little bit of that reference from the Prezi bracelet or what, but this was a great play by them. And I want to mention something else. It's like, well, why is Rolex always the best? You know, think about it. Rolex is one of the only brands out there, of the big major brands, that has that many models that are successful. A lot of the other brands have 1, 2, 3 tops models that are successful, whereas Rolex is one of the only brands that has so many different model lineups that are successful. And that's what I personally always feel makes them the best. But when they added this bracelet on this watch, I thought to myself, home run. You see, the Sky-Dweleller for me has always been this model that's kind of caught like in the middle. It's not sporty, it's not dressy. I feel that the fact that the case is so thick always makes it a bit more sporty. I don't know, I feel like it's just in the middle. And historically, I've always liked better the Oyster bracelet stainless steel Sky out of all of them. But now with this new Jubilee, I guess I would have to say that my favorite one so far is this exact version right here with the black dial. Currently right now we have available in yellow gold, the ivory dial or the black. Personally, I think the black dial looks the best because it just pops. I feel like you got a lot of contrast and it just looks great. But I feel that now when you go to the all gold Sky-Dweleller, the Jubilee is the play. Stop what you're doing right now and hit that subscribe button right now so you don't miss any of the content. And personally, I've always preferred the Jubilee bracelet on these types of watches, you know, Datejust, stuff like that. Not that they don't look nice on the other ones, but let's face it, the Sky-Dweleller is pretty much an overly glorified Datejust with a GMT function. It's pretty much all it is. But when you put this bracelet on it, for me, I just feel like finally the Sky-Dweleller fits in completely. Full circle. This is what it was meant to be. The yellow gold Jubilee bracelet was a perfect fit on that GMT. That model came out amazing. And I don't know why, and I just keep saying it over and over, I prefer the Jubilee bracelet in gold. Now the rose gold version of this watch as well is gonna look stunning. But again, I don't know why, I feel that if I had to choose one metal and one metal only, to take a Jubilee bracelet, it has to be, in my opinion, yellow gold. So pretty much this is the same watch that it was 1, 2 years ago. They did a couple of updates on the movement and stuff like that. Some of the easy ways to tell what is the version of your watch, whether it's a 3.2 reference or a 3.3, is you have a look at the dial and you look at the 2 small crowns at the 6 o'clock position. But really all they did was just put a Jubilee bracelet, and it's crazy to see what something so simple does on the wrist. Now, when you put this Sky-Dweleller on the wrist, I think that's when it finally shines. I mean, I've always felt that the Sky-Dweleller was a little bit top heavy. That's just the way I've always felt about it. I don't know if it still feels like that right now, but it does feel very well balanced. I like the fact that nowadays it has a fatter buckle and the bracelet tapers way different than the first gen gold Sky-Dwellers. Those had the standard width on the buckle and the standard taper. I feel like now it's distributed a lot better. I also feel that Rolex did that with many watches, starting with the Submariner, where they went with a bigger buckle and it just fits a lot better. I just feel that if you're gonna go with the Sky-Dweleller, you might as well get the Jubilee because it just looks that much more, I hate to say it, you know, but blingy. Yes, Oyster looks great, never could go wrong with that. But I like the look of this Jubilee. I think it looks amazing, and I don't know what it is. You know, it's crazy how sometimes they do something as stupid as just put a bracelet that we've already seen a million times on a watch, and then now all of a sudden, greatest creation of all time. Prices. Retail price on this watch is $51,000, and if you're gonna buy one right now in the gray market, you're gonna be in the mid 50s, which personally I don't think it's too bad considering how other stuff is way over retail and stuff like that. We are right now at a point in the market where some of the gold pieces like this, unless it had a supersonic green dial or something like that, are actually very close to retail and seem way more reasonable than where we were 3 years ago. So that's pretty much it for this new Sky-Dweleller Jubilee. I think it's a hit, and personally at this moment, it is my favorite version of this watch. And if you like this video, like and share. Also, comment below what you think about this watch. And for Christ's sakes, subscribe to my goddamn YouTube channel.